The creeping police state, that is the topic of tonight's byline. So in case you haven't heard, the media, the NDP, the Liberals, they're all up in arms over a new online snooping bill. They're worried that it will allow police and government agencies to spy on Canadians and to, in essence, conduct warrantless searches in order to obtain tracking data about suspected criminals through internet service providers. I'm worried about this as well, which is why I've mentioned this on the show 3 days running. Here's what Section 487.11 of the bill says. It's the most bothersome part of the law. Either a peace officer or public officer who has been appointed or designated to administer or enforce a federal or provincial law and whose duties include the enforcement of this or any other act of Parliament may, in the course of their duties, exercise any of the powers described in Section 487, 492.1, 492.2 without a warrant if the conditions for obtaining a warrant exist, but it would not be feasible to obtain a warrant because of exigent circumstances. This amounts to allowing a warrantless search. Under this bill, any police officer, commissioner of the Competition Bureau, CSIS agent, or their designated staff even, can demand without reason or reasonable cause, or at least proof of those. They don't even need to say that there's evidence a crime is going on, and they can go to your internet service provider and say, give me that guy's name, address, telephone, email address, IP address. Should we accept this? I'd say no. I don't think the police or any government agency should be able to snoop through my life without a warrant. This bill is being portrayed as targeting child predators, and, well, those against might be in favor of child predators, is what some are saying. Let's be clear. I'm not backing child predators or child pornographers. But as you just heard, this bill doesn't target those people. This is a wide-ranging bill. It's not specific about perverts. It's about updating police surveillance abilities for the modern age. In itself, that's not a bad thing. We've accepted wiretaps on phone lines for years. We accept mail intercepts. So we should allow police to have a framework to set it up so that they're allowed to do online intercepts. But allowing this to go ahead without a warrant, it's just too much. Prime Minister Stephen Harper has said amendments will be welcome. But Public Safety Minister Vic Toews is still defending this bill. Here's what he said to Ezra Levant on The Source earlier today.
First of all, every European country has this.
Every European country has this. Vic, here's a hint for you. If Europe is doing something, do the opposite. Those folks are not big on civil liberties. They're not big on freedom or small government. They're big on big government and on burning down their countries right now. But they're not big on freedom. So we should all be against this intrusion into our civil liberties. Well, we should also be against the warrantless searches allowed under the Firearms Act. Bet you the progressives didn't see that line coming. See, the Firearms Act in sections 102 through 105 allows for searches to be conducted, again, without a warrant. The people yelling and screaming now about Bill C-30 have accepted this because it only targets gun owners. It's only gun owners that get screwed. In a country like Canada, we shouldn't be given the power to conduct warrantless searches, ever. If police think a crime has been committed, they should have to go before a judge or justice of the peace and make the case that there's reasonable cause to believe a crime has been committed and that they need a search warrant. It's not that hard. Thousands are given out every year in Canada. Well, that standard should apply whether it involves someone on the internet or a gun owner. We need to stand together on these things, regardless of political stripe. Otherwise, we might as well just give police and government officials carte blanche to enter our homes and our lives. And that's the byline.